good, guys? Welcome back to the first take, and
Eddie, I need some water. I need some water.
We got a review.
I can't.
Can't wait.
No, but I need my throat is drying up.
Back in a minute, guys.
Oh, thanks, man. That was quick.
Yeah, man. Terrible.
That's rubbish. I don't know how you're gonna cut that.
So, yo, we just watched X-Men Apocalypse.
Everything they've built will fall, and from the ashes of their world, we'll build a better one.
Interesting movie. Okay, going into this, my expectations, admittedly, were kind of low because I'd heard the reviews, which came out like a week ago, weren't that great. A lot of hate, it was mixed. It weren't completely, this is terrible. Generally more positive than the BVS ones, but still pretty mixed. But
as you guys may know,
this is Salim, by the way,
yes.
from Body Fools.
Yeah, yeah. They know who I am by now. Anyway, before going into this movie, I still had hopes, regardless of the mixed bag of information that
you were looking forward to this.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to it. I mean, when it comes down to the superheroes movies, believe it or not, guys, I know the X-Men films are my best ones.
You serious?
Yeah.
X-Men are your favorite. They're the ones you look forward to the most.
Yeah, they're the ones that I really, really get excited about. I know that I know the Marvel movies are better. I know DC ones are kind of doing their thing, but as a whole, I really get excited about the Fox films.
What is it about the X-Men that gets you so? Is it from the cartoon?
It's from back in the days. I really enjoyed the comics, and I feel that with the last two films as well, I think that's what sucked me into it.
Because First Class,
Days of Future Past.
Days of Future Past,
yeah, because I enjoy those films so much.
Which we watched leading up to this. It was like a triple bill. We got to see it at Cineworld. So
I was excited. Yeah.
So did it live up to your expectations?
Yes, it did.
Really?
All the way.
Really?
All right. Okay. I'm only exaggerating.
Yeah.
There was a lot of chaos.
Problems. There was a lot of problems with this movie.
It felt like a film, like Apocalypse, like it was going to come to an end any second, like fall apart.
Dude, if people who complained at the end of Man of Steel, the destruction that Superman and Zod wreaked on that city, this was like quadruple times that sort of destruction.
For real. So how do you want us to do this? Should we start with Bryan Singer's directing, or do you want to jump into the characters? Eddie, tell me, where do you want to take this?
Characters. Okay, start with the namesake, Apocalypse.
You are all my children, and you're lost because you follow blind leaders who are false gods. I'm here now.
Right, okay.
How was he for you?
Okay, now...
A lot leading into this, a lot of people didn't like the costume, thought he looked too purple, like Ivan Ooze from the Power Rangers movie.
Okay.
Was he menacing?
Yeah.
Did he scare you?
Now this is the thing. Now,
I'm scared, son.
No, not straight away. I was shut up. I was scared when I saw the trailers. You know, this was one of the things that I was really, really intrigued about. I wanted to see a bad guy in a movie because I haven't seen one in a long time that cannot be stopped, and to know that this character is a god. He's a god. That I was like wowed by that when I saw the trailers. Unfortunately, it really, truly did feel like that this guy was just in a rubber suit walking around the place, and he felt very, very cheesy to me.
I like the character of Apocalypse. I like what he was trying to do. I was actually kind of on his side. I don't know what it says about me, that I actually wanted him to succeed. I wanted to join the Horsemen. I wanted him to make an exception and have 5 Horsemen. I wanted to be there.
You would not be a part of the Horsemen, Eddie. You would not be a part of them.
They need someone to make the coffee, I'll be there. Yeah, that costume though. I know a lot of people's like practical effects is like the best. It's best when it's tangible, when you can see it.
No.
In this case, I don't, man.
Look, we've seen some awesome bad guys, CGI bad guys, all right, and they work in, huh?
I don't mind, yeah.
Yeah.
What was the guy from Hobbit? Was it Azroth?
Bagani.
Oh. That the
Yeah, I know.
the orc was he a troll? I think it was a troll actually. And he had like the hook arm.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he looked amazing physically. I like that. And Thanos.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
Obviously now the most
Yeah.
obvious one that's going to be the big bad for the Infinity War films. Again, Josh Brolin portraying that, but completely CG because he's too physically big, and Apocalypse is the equivalent of that. He's similar. He's massive. No, you can't have a guy in a costume as good an actor as Oscar Isaacs is.
Yeah, even when you take
He's wearing platform shoes. You can see his platform shoes.
when you take, there's a lot of moments.
But I enjoyed the movie though. I have to quickly say that. Because I know it sounds like I'm shitting on the movie, like I hated it. I didn't hate it at all. I did have a good time.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
a lot of problems.
All right.
What about his Horsemen then? Which one out of the Force did you kind of connect with the most?
What?
We got Archangel.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Angel / Archangel, because he
Yep.
becomes both. We have Psylocke,
Yep.
Olivia Munn.
Yep.
So hot. We have Magneto and we have Storm.
Okay. So Storm and Magneto felt like the right fitting for the Horsemen.
They were the most fleshed out. Well, Storm didn't really get massive. She had a little bit of an
But we
introduction,
know
there was a
the
bit
backstory
more.
of Storm already. That's already kind of been established. So those two characters, yes. Archangel, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I did not like him at all. At all.
He's just annoying.
He did. He was.
He's just
He
an
looked
annoying character.
I just didn't really
What?
make sense. Why would you want that power? What?
Yeah.
Even though he's in the comic and yeah, he is part of Apocalypse's, Four Horsemen, but I didn't buy it.
Right, so okay, so just so I understand this, so in the comic books, did you say that he is actually a part of Apocalypse's?
Yeah, he turns Angel into Archangel,
Right.
gives him the metal wings. and
Ah,
everything.
okay, fair enough. Okay.
But you get more of a sense of how lethal he is in the comics. In here, I just never really found him believably dangerous,
Yeah, Psylocke, obviously pushing Storm and Magneto side, which were pretty awesome to tag up with Apocalypse. Psylocke, oh my god, she's gorgeous, man.
I liked her, man.
Yeah, I don't mind Psylocke too much, even though they didn't really, unreveal her backstory or that. Well, hardly at all.
At all.
Yeah, but
You don't get any sense of really who she is, but you get enough of a sense that she's
just a badass chick, man.
yeah. I like the kind of they're giving her this really sort of stone ice queen sort of vibe, and I kind of like that. And the potential of her, I know it hasn't been solidified yet. They haven't said it's definitely happening, but they've got talks about going into doing an X Factor or an X Force movie, which would have Deadpool in it and most likely Psylocke. The thought of them two connecting together as well as whoever else they bring into it, she would fit very well into an R-rated X Force movie.
Yeah,
Very
absolutely.
well. I would like that. I'd very much like that. So I hope they do bring her back. Shall we even get into spoilers? We've had the clean bit. We'll get into spoilers now. This will be the spoiler part.
Okay.
Did you like? Oh, we haven't even spoke of Storm though in depth. Did you like the actress? Do you prefer her over what Halle Berry?
Now,
did? I don't think Halle Berry was ever really that good though as Storm.
yeah, but then we got to see Halle Berry in, because we saw Days of Future Past.
Even in that,
There wasn't all that much, but I don't know, it's something about the old Storm character.
Really, you prefer Halle Berry over this?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Nah, I'll definitely way prefer this chick, man. She's way more accurate to how Storm is, even the look, just with the mohawk to the old school Storm.
Yeah, I think I'm. Yeah, no, you're probably right. Yeah, the more that I'm thinking about it, yeah,
Definitely, I'm down with it, man. What about the new Jean Grey, Scott Summers,
Oh,
Nightcrawler as well? Those
the
three.
new edition.
Well, yeah,
the younger edition, right.
the remix.
Yeah, they Jean Grey was
Sansa Stark.
Sansa Stark. You know what? When she said, "I'm having these visions," I was so wanted to see the dude from Game of Thrones. What's his name again?
Which dude? What, Joffrey?
No, the guy that's like trying to fuck her over all the time.
Bolton.
Yeah, Bolton. I so wanted to see Bruce Bolton. But what did I think of her? Yeah, the new segment the 4 new characters that they introduced, the younger characters, I like them. I think the way the chemistry worked between all 4 of them, I think it was smooth, it was nice, and it flowed more importantly.
Singer had a lot of criticism that he never really did Scott Summers justice in the old X-Men movies. Which he didn't, because Scott Summers is the leader. He's supposed to be the leader of the X-Men. And you never really got a sense of him having that position, being respected, and just being a likable character. He was kind of shitty.
Yeah, he was.
This version of him seems way more believable that he could be the leader. He's way more charismatic.
Yeah, he goes through quite a lot.
Yeah, in such a short time. Yeah, he killed off his brother. You don't even see it on screen.
Yeah, damn. They just kill him off. And his journey, his personal journey that he takes, I think was enough for them to now introduce him even more when it comes down to the next set of X-Men movies.
I'm not sure how they're going to go with it, whether it's going to be an actual X-Men or they're definitely going to be a New Mutants, but will the New Mutants be a young Scott Summers, that continuation of that group or some other group?
But the thing is that those 4 characters it seemed like they had...
You're talking about Jubilee as well?
Yeah.
Which... we saw nothing. We're promised. Bryan Singer. Some of us like Jubilee. We liked her from the cartoon. We like her in the comic books. She was promised. You showed pictures of her, photos. We even spoke about her new powers, how you were going to reinterpret them, and how it wasn't just going to be little sparklies. It was going to be like proper powers. We saw nothing.
We saw her go to the mall.
No, we didn't even see her go.
She didn't?
We saw her coming out of the mall and sitting in a car driving back from the mall. Didn't really see them doing anything.
Yeah.
She did nothing.
Yeah, wouldn't it be nice just to have something small? We'll get that in the special edition Blu-ray.
You reckon there was a scene that she might have been involved in that they cut out?
There probably wasn't there? If he's talking about it, then there must be something
probably
that they just decided to take out from the movie.
Could have been, because look at Days of Future Past with the road cut.
Yeah.
The road completely cut out of that theatrical version of the movie and re-put back into the Blu-ray version.
Yeah.
I actually really like that version of the movie. Actually, that's my preferred version of the movie, to be honest.
Oh, we haven't spoken about Xavier.
Yeah, go on. I
think the more I see of him, I like his sort of layers that he puts on in each film, and the more I believe that is Professor Xavier.
That he's going into the Patrick Stewart version.
Yeah, it does actually feel like that to me, and he really gets pushed to his limits this time round. I mean, like, if ever he's been pushed.
In terms of his powers, I feel he had more of a... In terms of the acts, he had more performance to do in Days of Future Past, because he had to really go from being this disheveled, broken person thing to actually being back to being Xavier. In this one, he didn't have as much of an arc, really.
I think because there's like just so many characters in this.
Dude, there were too many. Civil War managed to juggle those characters and give everybody an equal. Everyone got a bit of the sunlight, the spotlight, however you want to put it. With this, it was too much, We had too many reintroductions of the good guys and new introductions of the bad guys. It should have either been a big group of bad guys against a single good guy, or a big group of good guys against a single bad guy. But they just tried to pump too much, and it was just a bit of a mess. One person who did get to shine, though, who I friggin' loved, Magneto.
Yeah.
Michael Fassbender. What a freaking actor. Seriously.
You know what? I always forget that how good of an actor this dude is. But every time you see Fassbender in a movie, you really get to appreciate. I mean, every single scene that he was in, you could see that he was broken, he was distraught. From the very beginning, how he's trying to fit into civilization, fit into society, try to work with his people, trying to get on with the non-human.
To be like a regular person, try to have a family and just give it all a go.
Yeah.
And it's just taken away from
him. He so believes, it's almost as if it's the law of attraction, because he so believes that the mankind is so messed up and they don't deserve, the mutants deserve to be, the pillars of society, if you like.
I guess you could say that,
Yeah, so...
The way they killed his family, though, man, it was a bit of a...
but this is the thing,
because you saw it coming.
Yeah.
Because all this shit's going on. All the birds are attacking these cops, and there's this one guy with his bowl. And you could just see it. Everyone else is running around ducking, but this one guy, you could see it. I thought he was going to do it on purpose, though. But for him to still do it by accident.
That's what it looked like to me. He did on purpose.
But the thing is, they didn't really do a good job of showing that it went through the daughter into the mother as well.
You did get to see the shot.
You saw it, but you kind of saw it from the back. Would have been, you should have seen the head of it come out the back of the mother.
That'd be too much, man. I didn't mind that all that much.
Yeah, but I like what came after the way he's grieving. You felt it. You genuinely felt his pain. And what he did, the way he got back at those cops just with the chain, the locket.
Yeah.
And just through the neck.
Man, yeah, that completely slipped my mind.
That was cool.
But even like how you could see that how menacing and how disturbed and how dark he's becoming throughout every single scene. That's it. He's given up. Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing left in his life.
And I think, you know what? That was a perfect explanation, as far as I'm concerned, for why he joined Apocalypse. If there was anything else, I don't think he would have gone onto the side of him, but because of that specific reason, Yeah,
because some people criticize Magneto wouldn't be a follower because he's a leader naturally. But I think they did a good job.
Yeah,
I think they did a good job of building and making it make sense that he would want to be a part of what Apocalypse was offering. Before we get to the end, got to talk about the cameo. Wolverine. Weapon X Wolverine. Literally, they even had the Weapon X shit from the comic books designed the same way. All of the crap, all the sensors on him and shit.
Now again, a conversation on the way back that we had. I didn't feel that you were so into seeing his appearance in. I don't
know. I guess I've seen so much of Wolverine. I've seen so much of this Wolverine. I don't know. I think I might be a bit burnt out on him. Like, I don't get excited by seeing him anymore. So I just seen so much of him.
Yeah.
I think they may have overused him.
No, I hate that point. I think you're right. He has been overused.
Yeah, but even though it does kind of... No, that's what I wanted to say. That's where it fucked up for me. That's why I didn't like this Wolverine scene. Not that this scene itself was bad, but it didn't make sense to me because William Stryker, this is the guy, he returns that... He's the military dude who oversees the whole Weapon X thing. He was in Days of Future Past and everything. At the end of Days of Future Past, when they take Wolverine out of the lake, and it's Stryker with his people, it's not. You see when he turns around, it's not actually Stryker. It's Mystique because his eyes turn yellow. So that was Mystique. Why then was Wolverine with Stryker in this movie? If Mystique was posing as Stryker at the end of Days of Future Past, getting Wolverine out of the lake, then why wasn't he with Mystique? Why was he back with... It's like they did that and then decided, we don't want to go with that anymore. And they completely changed their minds. Maybe there's something in between, a story in between, because I think maybe it's supposed to be like 10 years. I guess something could happen. I can see that. There's a 10-year gap between the both movies.
One thing that I was really surprised about was when we did get to see him, the amount of blood. Did you notice that? I was really surprised. He's running around with his blades out and he's like clipping everybody.
But I guess you don't really see the blood coming out of people. You just saw it's the red stuff splattering.
Yeah, but there was some really violent shots, man. But
when you think about it, you never actually saw flesh ripping. It wasn't like a horror movie. The one criticism I got to say about Singer is that he doesn't do a good job in making you feel the era that the movies are supposed to take place in. The last one, Days of Future Past, was in the 70s. Never really felt like the 70s that much to me.
Well, wait.
The clothes were of the time, but...
What year did you feel it was?
It just didn't... There was no identifying marker to it. Even though that's the year it's supposed to be. Because they don't... like a filmmaker like Tarantino, for instance, he uses music in such a way that you can connect with the period that it's supposed to be in. With this, even when the music isn't directly from the period that it's supposed to be, somehow he figures a way of finding the right sort of songs that evoke the feelings of that age. Singer doesn't use music hardly at all, which doesn't make sense. Why would you not? And this movie takes place in the 80s, and the only 80s song I can really think of off the top of my mind was the Eurythmics song when Quicksilver's running around. But apart from that,
man.
did you feel?
Yeah,
did this feel like the 80s to you? This film?
Alright, this film didn't feel like the 80s to me,
That's the problem.
but Days of Future Past did feel like the 70s to me. Says a lot.
Barely. For me, barely.
Says a lot about your age.
There was some.
Alright, go on.
But it's about the music though. Like, why would you not take that opportunity? But it wasn't. It was barely noticeable. It just wasn't. You know, he didn't utilize music the way it should be in film.
Okay.
To really get that feeling of the era. Days of Future Past didn't really feel that much like the 70s, and this didn't really feel that much like the 80s to me.
You know what? We've more or less named every single character except Quicksilver.
Stole the show.
Yeah.
Stole the movie again.
Guys, if you do not want to watch this movie, just go watch it for him. Honestly, just go watch it for this dude. The moment, the moment he's on screen, you have this smile on your face, and you're thinking to yourself, where are they gonna take Quicksilver? What are they gonna do with this character? And every time they come up with the new and exciting and interesting things to do with this character, that you just think to yourself, you know what? I want a freaking poster of you on my wall.
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, they did a good job because
considering
how many speedsters we've seen now. We've seen him from Days of Future Past. We've seen the other version of Quicksilver, or Marvel's one from Age of Ultron. We've got the Flash on TV. We had a tiny little snippet of the Flash in BVS, their version. So we've seen various interpretations, but something about the way that Singer's able to portray Quicksilver in these two films, just it stands out above all of them because it's way more inventive the way that he uses.
The other thing is that
it's amazing.
The amount of people he always friggin' saves. The amount of people he saved in this.
Or beats up, yeah.
Like
beats up in the last one, saves in this one.
It's crazy, but again, I loved this is the thing, is that the CGI.
Some of it was shaky as fuck.
And you know what? It annoyed me because I'm watching Quicksilver scenes. The CGI, I don't feel like was on par with the scene itself, with what Silver was. You could see there was a lot of moments that just felt really sketchy to me.
Yeah, I think maybe the bit when he starts throwing people out the window, some of them looked a bit odd. Yeah, some even just across the board in this movie, some of it was really shady, man. Some of the effects just weren't.
TV style shady. Like
some were really good. There were some visual sequences that were really cool, like Jean Grey at the end. She was facing up against Apocalypse, and there was some nice shots like when she steps out and she's just start floating on the air, and it was visually like, that kind of looks nice. But then there are other moments where it just looks. I don't know whether that was, the
second unit.
Yeah, director. The second unit directors. I don't know whether it was a case of some of those scenes were done by them or what. I don't know, but they just rush stuff in pickups or whatever. But yeah, balance wasn't quite there.
Yeah,
which is a shame, really. It's a shame, but overall, it's still an enjoyable movie. I'm shitting on it. I still kind of didn't hate it. I kind of had fun with it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. It's one of those films that I could actually go back and watch again. I have no problem in checking it out again.
So what would you give it a 5?
Oh, I'll give it I tweeted this out. I'll give it a 3-star.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those films. It's not brilliant, but it's not bad. It's like sits in the middle.
Yeah, it's free. It's free. Neon stars, like neon light, but the fourth one is like broken, so it's flickering. So it's like free with a flickering fourth one occasionally.
Yeah, 3.5. Yeah. You know what? Let's say 3.5. It's entertaining.
That's
all the way through, it is entertaining. You can't turn around and say this film.
I wasn't bored though.
Yeah, nor was I.
Some bad lines, some dialogue was like, but still,
some seriously cheesy moments, but it was entertaining.
Yep. Well, guys, that's how we felt about it. How did you feel? Please let us know. Were we wrong? Were we right? Write comments down below. If you like the video, please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Check out my boy's channel. From Bully Fools, I'm at a race, and this has been our review of X-Men Apocalypse.